Hi everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about our recent work, that is ThermoSim. Which is deep learning based framework for modeling and simulation of thermal aware resource management for cloud computing environments. Basically, this research work has been done by various top level academic universities in the collaboration. The main highlights of this research work are: it simulates thermal aware source management for CDC like Cloud Data Center. It schedules sources using two different approaches. First is thermal aware and second is utilization based. Further, it extends CloudSim Toolkit, which is a very famous cloud computing simulator, by incorporating thermal characteristics. ThermoSim uses deep learning based temperature predictor for cloud nodes, which is very important part of this research work. And two different case studies are also presented, which are based on energy and temperature using different QoS parameters to test this proposed work. Basically, this figure presents the architecture of ThermoSim framework, which is based on two different models, such as utilization-based approach and thermal-aware approach. So, in utilization model, cloud workloads are assigned to the VM based on their different types of utilization, like resource, network, memory, and disk, and energy consumption, which is also integrated in the utilization-based approach. While the thermal model considers thermal characteristics of the host machine, and accordingly VMs are scheduled on the physical machines. These are basically VMs, so we have to schedule based on the physical machines. So in this slide I am going to discuss about deep learning based temperature prediction module. To predict the CPU temperature, our deep learning model uses a recurrent neural network, that is RNN, with 4 gated recurrent unit layers. So 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. The input of the network is matrix with the various features of all the physical machines. So these are the basically physical machines. These features include the fan speeds and resource utilization matrix. The output of the network is a vector of temperature of all PMs. To train the neural network, we use traces from the Alibaba Cloud Data Center. Basically, this figure shows the class diagram where the ThermoSim framework is extending different classes of CloudSim, such as VM allocation policy, VM scheduler, data center characteristics, cloudlet scheduler. Then we designed new 4 classes for ThermoSim, in which ThermoCloud is basically an intermediate class which interacts with the classes of ThermoSim and also interacts with the classes of CloudSim. Basically, it controls the classes of ThermoSim. So there are basically 3 important classes of ThermoSim. One is utilization based, which controls the utilization of different resources, and we also control the energy consumption. Different sources can be network, disk, memory, and other sources, which can be cooling. So next we have also a thermalware class, which controls the temperature of the cloud data center. And next we have a temperature predictor class, which is based on the deep learning module to predict the temperature of cloud data center using this different type of deep learning model, which we used RNN model in this research work. So here we have compared the performance of ThermoSim with the existing simulator, that is THAS, based on different performance parameters such as memory, time, energy, and cost. We have also compared the performance of ThermoSim with the THAS in terms of prediction accuracy for both number of workloads and number of nodes. Here we are just varying the number of workloads, but for prediction accuracy we have also considered the number of nodes, and in all the cases ThermoSim is performing better than the THAS. And also we have also designed some prediction module which is based on the deep learning model, which has been also give the good performance and performs better than the THAS. So we have validated our proposed work, that is ThermoSim, based on 2 different case studies. So first case study is thermal aware cloud source management, and second is energy aware cloud source management. and based on 4 parameters we have compared the performance of different scheduling policies related to energy and related to thermal. So the performance parameters are SLA violation rate, energy consumption, number of BM migrations, and temperature, and we have done the comparative analysis of different energy wear and the thermal wear scheduling policies in differently. So this research work can be extended in many ways. The first important future traction can be high energy demand in cooling servers, how we can optimize the energy demand. The second important future traction can be peak temperature among servers, how we can keep the peak temperature as a normal temperature during the execution of the workloads. So the third one is high level of power consumption by the servers, so how we can reduce the power consumption. So fourth one is validation of ThermoSim in the large scale cloud data center, means we have to implement the entire simulation process for the real cloud data center, which could be very challenging and which could be very useful if we have to implement. The next important future direction is how we can automate the simulation process of ThermoSim using AI. If we can do this using AI, then we can also address first 3 future directions. So presently this work is only for cloud computing environment. We can extend this work for the fog and edge computing environment. Presently this work uses VM based virtualization technology, so we can use container based deployment in the future. So the next important thing can be, so we have to identify the relationship between the reliability and the security, means we have to play with the trade-off between the reliability and security for ThermoSim. The important future direction can be dynamic monitoring, means we have to monitor the entire process to check whether the proposed work is working according to the requirements or not, which could be also very challenging. So this is basically a reference for this research work, and this research work has been published in Elsevier journal, that is Journal of Systems and Software. You can also access this published version from my website. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any doubt, kindly discuss in the comment section. Thank you very much.